covers the cost when it comes to birthday plans? If you're planning a birthday extravaganza, are you on the hook for covering the cost for your guest? Or because it's your birthday, should your guest have to pay? That's the spot Abby finds herself in.
I got in kind of a wholesome fight with some of my friends from back in Florida because they are just some of the sweetest and kindest and most generous people I know. And I think when you have this trait of hyper independence, you always just kind of feel like you've got to take on stuff for yourself. But this also has a lot to do with just the way I was raised. So when I was bringing up the plans I wanted to do for my birthday, they kind of got in a fight with me, but not in any kind of mean or malicious way. So,
what are the plans, by the way?
So we're kind of throwing out some ideas. So I thought it would just be fun to do like a little beach weekend down in Florida while we're maybe on spring break, or maybe a little bit later when we're on break for Memorial Day weekend. And I was just like, let's just get like, a beach hotel, maybe somewhere in Palm Beach, maybe Tampa, worst place on earth. Maybe somewhere up in Jacksonville, so it's a little bit more local to like where my family is, and so maybe my family can join in on some of the plans. But I was just kind of throwing out some general ideas. I'm like, let's just get a cute, fun hotel room. Let's sit at the beach. Let's sit at the pool. Let's go to a fun restaurant. Let's take some hot photos because I need to show people that I'm fun and young. So let's just make it a fun, simple weekend. And I think for me, when it comes to birthday plans, or when it comes to any kind of plan that you're initiating, I'm very big on, if I made the plans, if I've invited you out, if I have set some plans in motion, I think you are responsible for the cost, specifically when it comes to your birthday. In my opinion, if I'm asking you, a 20-something, to go out of your way to spend money that you normally wouldn't spend, in my opinion, I think you should take on the brunt of that cost. So I was telling my friends, I was like, listen, I know the Colony, or I know the Breakers, or I know the White Elephant Hotel in Palm Beach, kind of expensive. Let me treat everyone to a fun weekend. Let me cover the cost of the hotel.
So the Breakers, because I have a good friend that lives in West Palm Beach, and so we will go down there and visit. We've stayed at the Breakers once because you literally have to take out a loan to stay there. It's a gorgeous hotel. It's beautiful. Okay. But it's like the Ritz on crack when it comes to prices.
Damn.
I might have been hyping myself up by staying the Breakers. maybe like the Holiday Inn next to the Breakers. But
what birthday number is this going to be?
28.
Okay, so yeah, Breakers is for like your 50th or your 40th.
Breakers gonna have you broke.
Yeah. So I was just kind of throwing out some ideas, and I was like, maybe like the Holiday Inn down the street. But I was like, nonetheless, like, I'm inviting you to come celebrate me. Let me put my credit card down. And one of my best friends immediately was like, hell no. Like, this is your birthday. Like, at the very least, let's split the cost. Like, it's not going to cost us all that much if we all just divvy it up. If you take it on, it's going to be like thousands and thousands of dollars. And we know you're trying to buy a home. So why don't we just do you this solid, and why don't we split the cost? And I don't know why. It just wasn't sitting right with me. I was like,
why?
I don't know. I'm like, I know we wouldn't really be going on this trip if it wasn't for me living another year. And I have no problem being celebrated, but I'm like, I'm looking at the cost of the Breakers. I'm like, there's a lot of money. And I know if we split it, it's probably going to be fine. But I was like, I just feel like I have to compensate for being celebrated for.
No. You are so in your head, and Mo and I are about to excavate you up out of there. All right, so I think this means you have good friends and you have solid friends. And I know what's going to happen on Friday, because I'm throwing, like, it's not the Breakers. This is a story for another time, but taking some friends out to dinner for my husband's belated 50th birthday, right? And I'm going to want to pick up the tab, but they're going to fight me on it, because they're going to want to help to pay for the bill because it's his birthday. So in this instance, when it comes to a destination, because I know that's a bigger deal, because you're incurring more costs than just picking up a bar tab or a dinner tab, right? Give them options. Give them 3 options. Have a high, medium, and a low. And then let them choose. And then therefore, they're choosing how much money they're spending. And you're scot-free out of it. They want to hang out with you. They want to be with you. They want to celebrate you. And they want to chip in. Girl, you are about to have a mortgage. Let them bees chip in.
Nice.
I was about to say, I'm like, can't y'all just Venmo me for my first mortgage payment? Like, I'd rather just have that.
Could you imagine doing a registry for your birthday and being like, I just need money so I can pay my first mortgage payment?
I was like, can you pay for the countertop renovation?
Mo, do you chip in, or do you, like, when you're selling, if you're, like, say you're planning your own birthday, are you asking people to chip in? Are you going to deny them the opportunity to chip in?
Well, in my experience is if it's like a dinner, typically you don't pay anything. Everybody pays for you. If it's destination experience, usually I think that's kind of when you find out who your friends are. I've never done the option thing. That's new. Give them options. But normally I would just pay for it and see who chips in. Or if I was going to someone's, that's usually how it's been too. I don't know if it's different with guys and women. I feel like normally with guys, the person whose birthday it is, you set it all up, but then your friends will be like, okay, what's the cost? We'll take care of it. And then you can opt out.
I also feel like with age, it's different expectations. So you're still in your 20s. They're in their 20s. You're not as financially established. So people chipping in makes total sense. For my 40th, we went somewhere tropical. We covered the Airbnb because everybody else was covering airfare. And that felt like the fair thing to do.
Now, my question is this. I think it's completely fair for you to expect your friends to try to chip in and help out where they can. But do you expect them to chip in and have a gift? I think that's where some people are like, okay, that's where it gets a little tricky.
Hell no, I don't need anything. Like at this point in my life, I'm at a place where if I need something or if I really want something, I can save up for it. I can plan for it. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because I was raised in like a not big birthday household. Like we didn't make a big deal about birthdays. We would celebrate. We'd do a little pool party. We call it a day. But the thought of like more gifts just makes me feel kind of icky. So yeah.
Oh yeah, I definitely don't think you should feel a way about people helping.
Yeah,
not at all.
Let's just go sit our butts on the beach.
Yeah, take their money.
Take all of it.
No, just pay for my mortgage that I don't even have yet.
The Bert Show.